Welcome to the Everything ESC show. Performing 15th in the semi-final 2, we have Norway. We could have had Kino again in Eurovision for Norway this year, which the fans wanted, I believe, and thankfully for the rest of us, we didn't get them. Now, I did like Kino and Spirit in the Sky, but their song this year, Damn Diggity, was damn rubbish. Gate are instead representing Norway with their song Ulveham and are singing in Norwegian for the first time since 2006. The song is a modern interpretation of a Norwegian medieval ballad, so perhaps this familiarisation and Norwegian language are what propelled it to win the melody final, as it's not the normal type of thing Norway vote for in their national final. It's also had lyric changes as to not clash with the 1,000-year-old previous version, which would have violated the EBU rules. Yep, that's right. We'd all be like, doesn't this sound like that medieval 1,000-year-old tune from Norway? The song itself is a nicely sung folk tune with a folk sounding background that breaks into a more metal sound for the chorus with some kind of wailing and shouting. It's not something that everyone will enjoy listening to on the night. The folk bit sounds normal enough, but the metal chorus is an acquired taste, I would say. I've seen people call this art though, but then if you take a look at some of Mark Rothko's art, which has sold for millions at Christie's, it's just two colours on a canvas, so that's also called art. The song reminds me a bit of France in 2022 with Follen, the folk song that was sang in Breton. A folk song sung in a language barely anyone would understand, so it would come down to how you thought it sounded, and to most people it sounded like a noise, and finished 24th. I can see Norway doing something similar. I'm not even sure it's a certain qualifier. I mean, it has reasonable numbers streaming and is polling okay, so there probably is enough there for it to qualify for the final. And being performed 15th is an obvious plus for the song, but I mean, it's got a similar vibe to Estonia, so being performed after that will give it the advantage maybe, but I think Estonia's is better. There is a question as to whether there's room in the voting for both to go through, so I think there probably is because of the lack of competition from the outsiders. Maybe San Marino could offer something different for enough people with, their rock sound. Presuming Norway qualify for the final, I'd imagine the producers will give it a reasonable running order slot, but it's hard to fit something like this in with the other songs if you're doing the running order based on the songs. The juries are unlikely to give many points at all, I think, and the televote number will likely be watered down a lot with 25 other songs to choose from. I can see this finishing 20th or worse in the final. I'll happily take this on for a top 10 spot. Qualification chance, probably still 8 out of 10, but if it failed to qualify, I would not be surprised. But I think it still does.